Hello everyone, welcome once again to Investing with a Difference. So today we are going to look at some fundamental analysis of EOS, how it is doing, and how we should think as an investor where EOS is headed. So first of all, let's look at the chart quickly of how EOS is. So this is a long-term chart. So I'm showing you the chart right from early January. And as you know that we had a pretty good bull run in the early part of the year, and then we corrected, and when all the crypto market was going down, and we settled around 4.5, and interestingly that low has not been breached in the recent bear market after hitting $23 or so. And it looks pretty stable, and I think we are forming some nice uptrend. If you look at like last few days, we are in a consistent, if you look at a 1 month chart, we are looking at a pretty consistent trend up. So again, as I said, we need to cross $6 and stay above that, and that is something which will really decide psychologically. Now, while we are talking about the price, today my focus is to show you the basic fundamental information, how EOS compares. So we always look at Blocktivity. I think there is nothing new in this. Of course, EOS is on the top. If you look at it, it has broken all the records. And remember, we are only like less than 4 months into the mainnet, and we are now consistently on the top as an active blockchain. Originally, if you remember, when we made these records, we were actually seeing a lot of spam. Right now, all the spam is already muted, and some of those like block Twitter are actually right now blacklisted, or you can call it gray listed. That means that they can only use the guaranteed bandwidth. They are not allowed to spam the network. So now these are real transactions we are talking about. So what is my Twitter feed telling me? So there are a lot of people. So this Colin Talks Crypto, he showed the comparisons of EOS versus Ethereum, because of course Ethereum is the biggest market cap and biggest platform before EOS. And you can see that the number of users is almost double. The volume in terms of the actual money spent because of the fast transactions is almost 4 times. And the transactions are 20 times. So this is like huge difference within 4 months we have achieved on EOS, and this is great. Again, another person, Kevin Rook, I think he has been comparing EOS versus Ethereum, and we are talking about 65,000 active users. So irrespective of comparisons, I think he's also highlighting how many people are really using the decentralized application. So there are 65,000 accounts who are really using decentralized application. So without getting into the religions of EOS versus Ethereum, it's something to celebrate, because we are talking about overall industry growth where more and more people are getting active and using it. And that is what, and the great thing about EOS is that most of the growth is coming from EOS, because 51,000 plus active users were visible. Of course, these are gambling apps. I think a lot of people are complaining even on our channel why EOS has become a kind of a gambling platform. So these are because I think it's easy. These are early stage apps which are very quick, and by basic nature, I think a lot of crypto traders and early adopters, they enjoy these things. So this is just representing the more risky nature of these people. But I think that doesn't stop us from wondering like how this can that means these people have EOS accounts, they have scatters set up, and as more and more serious dApps come in, they will take part in it. Again, as I said, my Twitter feed is all buzz about like what is happening in EOS. And again, Tokenica here highlighted that only 0.15% of capacity is used. While we are talking about this Blocktivity records, you need to also remember we are only using 0.15% of capacity, and that is huge, because what we are talking about is this is just a start. If the real applications start coming where people are really interacting with the chain, there is no limit to what we can achieve, and that is amazing. Again, another tweet. So as I said, in last 24 hours, I'm seeing a lot of positive tweets about the active users per day and how it compares with Ethereum. And now the most important part, which I really liked, was this analysis from Andrew Kang. He's talking about actual active addresses. So this is basically a comparison for the whole year ever since we have hit this bear market. So one thing which was very important to see is all the coins have taken a dip in active addresses, because it was at the peak in January 2018, and this is actually last 2 to 3 years of analysis he has done. And you can see that only Bitcoin and EOS, they are in the positive. That means more and more people are coming to these two platforms and continuously growing, while I think the peak of Ethereum, uh, the Ripple and Bitcoin Cash, and even Litecoin, they're all going down. So that prompted me to go to this website and actually look at it, the recent analysis. So as I said, EOS is still in early days. We started from zero when the mainnet was launching, and it's continuously climbing, while Ethereum and Bitcoin are stable, and Ethereum is slightly dipping in terms of active addresses, which is a surprise because I see a lot of people developing on Ethereum, a lot of new apps are coming every day. So it's very surprising why the actual active addresses are reducing. That means people are not engaging enough, and that is no problem for EOS. We are continuously seeing increase in adoption and more people coming. Then another chart, when I went to this coin metrics, I got intrigued, and it's a very good tools they have provided. So this is called daily net I think value. They call it the value chart, where you are actually checking out based. So this is the network value. So basically what they are doing is network value for two transactions. That means a particular network, how many transactions it's providing, and how, if you value the network based on these transactions, what will be the valuation. And what was surprising is EOS is topping the chart. So I only map the biggest networks. We can always add more. For example, I don't know if the Ripple is around. Let me see. Yes, there is a Ripple. Ripple is actually not even there now. I don't know why they don't have the chart for latest few days. So let me remove Ripple. But I think if you look, compare with Bitcoin and Ethereum, EOS is actually the highest in terms of the network value, and that again is because of number of transactions it's providing and how it is doing. And this is like I'm only taking last few months because that's where the mainnet has launched, and we are actually seeing the real transactions. And this is what I think the fundamental analysis is telling us, that if we compare it with a typical utility, where the actual utility of the blockchain is to provide you decentralized transactions, and a blockchain which is just used as a platform to send transactions, then EOS should be actually highest in the fundamental value and the market valuation which it should get. And that is based on this growth we are seeing. I'm sure this will continuously keep increasing, and at some point market will take notice. So I'm not too worried about this bear market. I'm not too worried about the low price of EOS token. I think we are looking at good times ahead. So I hope that this video helped you understand what we should focus on while this bear market is carrying on, and why it's a great time to be holding EOS and buying more EOS at these levels. And maybe when the market turns around, they will see these fundamentals. They will realize how important these things are when you're looking at measuring the value of blockchain. So thanks once again for joining, guys. I hope this video was useful in understanding and putting things in perspective for you. And please keep liking and sharing our videos if you want more people to see this content, to spread the word around EOS. And finally, I would remind you that we are running out of the super early bird tickets for Scaling Blockchain Conference, which is in San Francisco on November 12th. So if you want to go meet all the great people from EOS community, we have some amazing participation. The number of people and speakers is continuously growing every day. And go check out our site, www.scalingblockchain.us, and do grab your tickets before they run out and before we move on to the higher price tickets. So thanks once again, and please keep watching the videos and share with your friends, and happy investing in EOS. All the best. Bye bye.